All right, today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try a little chatty, sit down and talk, not do my 5 tips for bath time and super structured. I'm going to have points, but we're just going to kind of talk about it a little bit. So is anybody like trying so hard to save their family money and seeing how this world is so incredibly expensive? And I say no to so many things, and I choose so many things that are affordable. And man, the grocery bill is still so expensive. Life is so expensive. It's hard. You want to enjoy life, but you also have to save money and live frugally. Where are you guys at with this? Are you just like struggling? I know some people, they're struggling, but then they're spending their money on like too much junk food or Mountain Dew. And I'm like, well, you know, sometimes you have to say no to those things. Do I say no to all those things? Not 100% of the time. Do I say no to a lot of things though? I do. I do feel like I say no to a lot. Do we still sometimes have potato chips though? Yes. So there is always room to cut back more. But then there is this balance of you only live once. You do want to enjoy life. So where are you at in your journey? I want to share a few things that I'm doing to save us money. And I honestly feel like they're things my grandma would have done. I feel like I'm going back to some of that, and I'm sure you are as well. And yeah, I'm just going to walk you through. I might show you a couple examples. I might just verbally tell you. But like one thing I did today, it's a little breezy. Obviously sunny and hot works too, but today's a little more breezy. I set clothing and blankets outside that came out of the wash. I put them outside. I will still toss them in the dryer just to get any wet spots and just kind of toss them up. But I dried clothing outside today. I don't have a clothesline yet. It is one of my to-do projects at some point. I would like my husband to help me get a clothesline. But I just put them out on the back patio furniture that's pretty clean and clean enough that I'm comfortable putting clothing on it that is clean. So I set out clothing today. And honestly, yeah, if we could get a clothesline, I think I would use it. I think every morning I'd run that load, start it, like have my washer programmed on that timer and get up and it's like, go take the clothes out. Call me a grandma, but I think that those kind of tasks are good for your body. They're good for your bones and they get you outside. Clothes smell like the outdoors, which I think smells good personally. Save some energy. I'm not an energy specialist, but I know dryers definitely draw a lot of energy. And if you want to fluff like I did today, do so. But it's still, I don't know, is it the starting and the stopping of the dryer or is it the true runtime? I don't know. If you know anything about energy, leave me a comment. That's something I did today though. Another thing I did today is I did go grocery shopping. And I just want to say when I grocery shop, I buy a lot of things that are the store brand, the peanut butter. I'd never get Jif or Peter Pan. I grew up getting Kroger. Today went to Meijer. I get the store brand peanut butter. My kids are fine with that. I bought extra ground beef today. It was on sale really well. And so I bought a ton. I bought like 9 pounds. Was that expensive? Yes, but I bought it in bulk. Another thing I regularly use with my grocery shopping is my freezer. I utilize my freezer. I got 2 12-pound bags of flour on sale today, and I will throw them in the freezer. That's supposed to be good for if there was anything in them, like little flour mites or whatever, and it just can, you know, sit in there till I'm ready to use it. Another thing I bought today that was on sale was like some mozzarella cheese. I will cut it up, freeze it on a tray, and then I'll throw it in the freezer, like in a baggie. Used to use baggies. Actually, I'm trying to use more Tupperware, and I use it for pizza is my point. But even on items like that, I'm using fewer and fewer Ziploc baggies. I'm trying to use Tupperware. So I'll show you a shot of my freezer right here, right now. And so some of these items I used to store in Ziploc. Cheese for pizzas, I used to store like chicken broth. I would freeze it and put it in Ziploc. I'm using now these old yogurt containers. And what I like about them is that they have some height to them. So it's taking up less like space in my freezer as far as the surface area of the drawer. I'm going vertical. Then in one of these, I have bacon grease. Again, used to always put it in baggies. I still have some in baggies that's like in addition to this much, but I'm gonna try to use the Tupperware. And then I also have cherry tomatoes that I cut in half and put in here as well for pizza. Okay, some of these are just pizza toppings and that's something we eat a lot around here. I saved money also on these cherries because I got some from our garden at our old house before we moved, and also my sister-in-law. She brought us cherry tomatoes from her garden. I made sure to half them, freeze them, like flash freeze them, and then I put them in the container and I made sure they didn't go bad. I didn't let them get soft and mushy. I took care of them. I processed them. Okay, I don't do canning and stuff like that yet, but I do process items in my own way, whether that's cutting up strawberries for the kids' lunches or freezing something. I actually did some corn the other day. Now, I would love to do a zillion, 100 ears of corn. I didn't do that this year, but I did a couple. And I froze that corn. And now when I need a little bit of corn with like tacos or something, I have that little bit of corn. I'm putting up items more and more. And again, I'm not there yet on canning, but I do have freezer space and I am utilizing it. Another thing I did today was I got gas at Meijer. I used my Meijer reward bucks, points, whatever they are. I got $1 off a gallon. And I told my husband I was going to do this. I have a pretty large vehicle, so big tank. And he said, oh, well, let me load the gas cans, which I didn't have him load them because I didn't want my car to stink. So he put the gas cans by my car. And I took 3 5-gallon containers, essentially. And I didn't fill them all the way full, so I got a little under 15 gallons, probably more like 13 gallons of gas there, plus what I filled up my car at $1 off a gallon. I think I paid $1.87 for like 30 gallons. It maxed out at 30. It did cut me off, actually. So that was a really, really good deal. All right. I intentionally got gas there. If I don't get gas at Meijer, I will use Sam's Club or I will do Upside, which is a reward program situation. It's a cashback program. So I'm always making sure I'm maximizing when I have to make a purchase like gas. I have to do it. I'm maximizing it. I'm getting that cash back where I can. I'm saving where I can. Another kind of random thing I've been doing ever since we moved, we're a little more in the country here. We've got a backyard with a fence and we got a little space behind the fence. So behind the fence, I have been burying our compost. I went over and at my parents' house, they've got random old Tupperware. I grabbed a couple Tupperwares. They're sitting in my freezer right now. And what I do is I put food scraps in them and I close them and I put them in the freezer. Then our house doesn't stink. We're not getting fruit flies. I don't have to take it out every day, every time. Like today I peeled a couple bananas. I put them in the compost bin. And then once the compost bins, I have 2 of them. Once they're full in my freezer, I will take them out and just bury them. If the animals eat it, good for them. If they don't, maybe the worms get a chance and I'm making some nice dirt that I can maybe put in my garden in the future. If nothing comes of that dirt, that's okay. I'm still benefiting the planet, benefiting the animals, and I'm using less trash bags in our kitchen. And I know that seems so minuscule, but going through trash bags less is a way to save money. Kind of like I said on going through less Ziploc bags is a way to save money. I'm trying to use Tupperware. I pack my children's lunches and I do use Ziplocs sometimes for some items, but I am actually working more and more to use Tupperware. Yes, you have to wash them, but I don't know. I think it's a trade-off. It's less waste as far as like plastics in the world, single-use plastics, I guess I should say. And so I'm doing my best. I'm not like trying to be a zero waste home. That's not going to happen, but I'm making efforts because a lot of disposable items, that's the whole thing. They're disposable. You got to rebuy them. I've been significantly cutting down on my paper towel usage. I don't like to use Swiffers where it's like a throwaway one. I really prefer mops where the head is like washable. The mop pad or mop head or whatever is washable. We do have some Swiffers that are disposable, but I use them for certain things. Like for example, if I blow dry and straighten my hair, I do use those in my bathroom. The reason is because hair on reusables just, can clog up your washer and get really stuck. So hair is one where I'm like, okay, I'll use a Swiffer. To each their own. All right. We all have different levels, standards, and things we're willing to give up and compromise on. But I just wanted to say, I don't know about you. I'm feeling the pain of this world, this economy, trying to raise a family comfortably. And I'm not saying keep up with the Joneses, but also like not feel like we're sacrificing too much at the same time. I think it is a balance. And I think you do have to make a lot of sacrifices. But like we also said, you only get to live once. So where are you drawing the line? What are you saving money on? How are you doing it? Because I'm definitely trying to pinch pennies. I really am more and more. And now, unfortunately, I look back and I was never a big spender. I've always been a saver. I've always been thrifty. My husband and I both have been. But I even see where I could have done better in the past. Like right now, I'm on this CVS couponing journey and you can see all my videos. I've been posting a ton of them because I've been loving it, absolutely loving it. And I am getting stuff for really good deals. I'm tracking it because I want to make sure I'm not spending too much money. And I'm using gift cards that I've gotten from Fetch. And even if you counted those gift cards as cash that I would have spent, I'm still doing really well. Like I think I'm at about $2 an item, which is really good for some of the items that I've gotten. So in check out that journey if you're trying to save money and see where CVS and things like Fetch and Ibotta, they can pay off and they can help you out. And it's up to you on your time. Some people are like, I don't have time for Upside, Fetch, Ibotta, all these things. But what are you using your time for? Are you watching this YouTube video right now when you could be couponing? Just saying. Don't want you to turn it off, but at the same time, maybe you should. All right, it's up to us how we use our time. And if you're scrolling while you're watching TV, quit scrolling social media and start scrolling coupons. Do what benefits your family. Find the moments. Maybe you're in the pickup line at school. It's not a lot of time, but it's enough time to find these little ways to save and to find these deals. There's also just so many random things in your community. All right, like there's just free things. There's free activities to take kids to. There's free donuts at this or that. There's parks. There's splash pads. We have a church nearby. They have an indoor play place. That's really cool. It feels like you went somewhere, but it's free. We found this local park, and it's a like agriculture type park thing. Basically, it's a you pick. You go pick produce. My sister went the other day, and she got green beans and cherry tomatoes. That was what was available. There were some other things, corn. She got corn as well. And there was like kale and some peppers, and she didn't make it to everything. You pick it yourself. There's a limit on how much you can take, but it's free. My husband jokingly said, now you don't need to do a garden. I said, I'm still doing a garden. But is it awesome to have this free resource nearby where you can go pick your goodies and bring them home and enjoy healthy food with your family on a budget? If you're struggling, there are resources. You just have to look for them. Keep your eyes open. Join the groups on Facebook where it's like the no-buy groups, the free, the trading, all those things. All right, we just bought a new home and we're working on decorating. And guess what? We've already bought a few things from Goodwill. And we're looking on Facebook Marketplace. We are looking to beautify this house on a budget. Even outside, there's some landscaping where we need to, it's like a weedy area, say around like your AC unit. We want to put rock around that. Well, guess what? There's the yard barn in our backyard, and behind it is a giant pile of rock. We have it. We just got to move it. We just got to put in a little bit of labor, and we'll get it done. So I am spending so much time each and every day trying to save my family money. I really am. I'm looking here, there, and everywhere for where I can save us money. What are you doing? How are you doing? And honestly, I just want to encourage you to think like your grandma. All right, when I make chicken, I'm saving that broth. When I cut up fruits and veggies, I'm putting those scraps in the compost, or if there's scraps that are still usable, I put them in my smoothie bag in my freezer. I'm really, really trying to decrease what goes in my trash. All right, and I know food comes in packaging and it is what it is, but the less food waste I can do, the better. And again, like I said, I am trying to stretch our budget as far as I absolutely can. So I hope this inspired you to stretch your budget, and I just want to wish you luck in that. And yeah, it's a struggle. But if you're looking for other ways to save, I do have more videos on my channel. And like I said, I've been doing those CVS couponing videos. So if you're in need of just some household items, your toothpaste, conditioner, shampoo, soap, give CVS a try. Do what works for you. Figure out what systems you can maximize and where putting your time and effort in is worth it and worth the payoff and the return on investment or return on your time. All right, I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.